Okay. Is there feedback? We getting some feedback? I don't know if we are or not. Let me know. Let me know, peoples. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. That's good. We're getting feedback. All right. So we are here. All right. So let me go ahead and post this link out on Twitter really quick, guys. So just give me a quick second. All right. So Tokyo Ghoul chapter 157 live reaction starting now. All right. Okay. Bam. All right. I put the link out on Twitter, everyone. So if anybody follows me on Twitter and you guys want to go ahead and help me out and possibly, get more people in here, just go ahead and, retweet the link. That always helps out. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and help me out and try to get more people in here, go ahead and retweet that. Let me see. Did that go out? I don't know if that went out or not. Yeah, okay, it did go out. All right, sorry about that. All right, so good. All right, we should be good now. Excuse me. I still got a bit of a cough, but I'm feeling much better now, guys, compared to how I was, last week. So who do we have with us today? We have Andrew. What is going on? What is going on? How you doing? We got Angel. Yo, what's going on? How you doing as well? And Mikami. Yo, what's going on, guys? Hopefully you are all having a wonderful day. Well, technically, depending on, where you live, maybe a wonderful night as well. But just hopefully you guys are having an awesome one. Today we're going to be reacting to, you guessed it, Tokyo Ghoul chapter 157. Newest chapter of Tokyo Ghoul is out right now. So I'm going to be reading this over on Jamin's Box. I want to give a shout out to King of L's, I believe, sent me the link. Let me know the chapter was out. So thank you, King of L's. He's always hitting me up with the latest chapters when they come out. So I really do appreciate that. It really does help me get out these videos a lot quicker. So thank you so much for that. All right, so we're on chapter 157. This chapter is called Sign. And we have a nice picture of Kaneki right here. And so, this young man devours Tokyo. Yo, dude. The anime begins airing in April 2018. Like I said before, I'm very, very hesitant on the anime actually, airing in the first place because I just know, they're really not going to handle it the best. And also just on how the way season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul ended, it's like, what are they going to do? How are they exactly going to adapt it? Especially being done by Studio Period. I mean, whatever. You guys already know my thoughts on that. But regarding, Tokyo Ghoul's anime to actually return, despite everything else, I'm still a bit excited for it just to see what they will do with it. I mean, it's more Tokyo Ghoul, right? So as much as of a fan I am, despite the fact on how I feel about it actually getting an anime, I'm still kind of looking forward to it. I just want to see what they do with it, because I mean, it's Tokyo Ghoul, so that's at least my thoughts on it. Huge thanks for the nonstop additional printing of the volumes. 34 million volumes have been sold worldwide. That is amazing. Yo, congratulations to Sui Ishida. And the latest volume, volume 14, is selling like hotcakes and is currently being distributed. Yo, that is funny. That is funny. I don't know if that's actually what the translation says, or if the translators actually put that in. But if that's actually what, the Japanese put in there, selling like hotcakes, that's awesome. That's awesome, because everybody's used to saying that phrase when something sells like amazingly. It sells like hotcakes, so that's pretty fun. All right, so we're gonna skip that. Oh, and we got, all right, so on page 2 we actually have some of the squad members in Hayase Sasaki's squad. And I'm assuming that, what is this? Is this like a stage play? Tokyo Ghoul ED half. Oh, no. This is the band that's playing the opening. That's right. Half. Huh. The band looks kind of like a mixture of, that's interesting. Half. I want to hear this. I want to hear this opening. I'm sure that Moe-Tron will post this once we eventually get it, or maybe Yonko Productions or something like that, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, we're officially starting this chapter on page 4 right now. Let me see who's in the chat right now just to see what's going on. Yes, Lynx, we just started. Finals are this week and next week. Christ. Oh, man. I wish you luck, Mikami. I wish you luck. I know finals are really stressful. And I know it can be very overbearing at times, but just keep at it. I'm sure you'll do great. Just remain positive, get good rest, work hard, make sure you are eating nutritious meals so that way your brain stays active and you will do just fine. You'll do just fine. But yeah, okay, so Lynx is here as well. What is going on, Lynx? Hopefully you were having a wonderful one, and we're gonna go ahead and begin this now. So yeah, let's go ahead and begin this stream. I still need to watch season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul. Just watch it. I mean, you might as well. If you already seen season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul, you might as well watch season 2. Might as well. You really shouldn't, because of just like how different it is compared to the manga. But I mean, it's not gonna kill you, All right. So anyway, page 4. What does this say? Jeez. The more infinite something seems, the less shape it holds, with no way of knowing whether it was indeed there or not. Oh, damn. That's big symbolism right there, actually. And are those like guillotines in the background or something? I have a feeling like those are all guillotines in the background, The more infinite something seems, the less shape it holds, with no way of knowing whether it was needed there or not, or whether it was there in the first place. And then there's like some, I guess, doorway up in the sky or something like that. Wow, this cover page actually holds a lot of symbolism. I'm trying to realize, like, okay, so is this, if these are in fact guillotines, I'm assuming these are like going to be executions. But then there's like that doorway in the sky, possibly leading to like heaven or something like that. There's something that holds a little bit of symbolism there, but I'm not going to spend all day with it, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the next page. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. What are these? Oh, no. These are like those Tokyo Tokyo Shrine gates. I don't know exactly what you would call them. I like the artwork here. I really like the artwork here. Page 5 looks amazing. Oh, my God. I love the backgrounds. I'm very curious. I know for a fact Sui Ishida must have some background artist, because one manga artist can't handle particularly everything in a manga, because that gets really stressful. Mainly the manga artist handles like the characters and whatnot, while the assistants, they will go ahead and do the backgrounds for the manga artist. But I gotta say right now, I mad respect for Sui Ishida and his assistants. I gotta say that, because these backgrounds look awesome. I really like this. Okay, so this is like a gateway to something, like I guess this house over here, whatever that is. Oh, yo, it's Kaneki. Are we getting Kaneki in this chapter? Yo, are we getting focused on Kaneki? He's actually there. He's actually alive. Well, I mean, we're seeing him in his humanistic form, I guess. So maybe is this like a gateway into Kaneki's mind? Is that kind of what this is like trying to like point at? I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna keep reading just to see, what this chapter contains. But we got a Master Procrastinator. I like that username. Howdy, new in here. Yo, what's going on? Hopefully you were having a wonderful day, just reacting to some Tokyo Ghoul chapter greatness. So nice to have you in here. Hobby is Heroes. Yeah, what is going on? And Waifu Pancakes. I like that username as well. I can't stay long, but I want to say, hey, well, what's going on, Waifu Pancakes? Hopefully you were having a wonderful one. Sui Ishida, draw on table. There's nothing much going on in this chapter. Ishida draws on a tablet. Well, usually most modern manga artists, they do. So Gon's author did the same. I think he does all the work by himself because, in my opinion, it's a lot easier to draw digital based on my experience. I got you. I mean, some manga artists probably do draw, by themselves, but I don't know. I really don't know. Sui Ishida has to have some, assistance, but that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, I'm going to keep reading this chapter. We're on page 6 right now. Well, technically, we're heading on page 7. But there is Kaneki right there. So, okay, so this is actually, I guess, Kaneki's house. Are we getting more background information on his, like, past? you know, we're technically going inside within the mind of Kaneki, but are we getting more information on his past or something? Huh? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me like a state of limbo. I think this is what it's showcasing. You know, Kaneki's like in a state of limbo from what it seems like. I don't know. So he's in the middle of this house with two gates on each side, from the left and the right. Okay. Let's click next. Okay. Toku-chan, where is everyone? Is anyone here? What is this place? Is this a dream? Oh, this is definitely a dream, my boy. This is definitely a dream, but it seems like you're conscious within this dream. So are you lucid dreaming? Where was I? Excuse me. Like I said before, I feel I feel much better from, you know, being sick from last week, but I still have a cough, you know, so please bear with me. Where was I? I went back to the GOAT base and fought with the CCG, and then you turn into a motherfucking monster, man. You know what I'm saying? What happened after? Yo, he doesn't even remember, dude. I lost to Suzuki-kun, and then, in order to protect everyone, I consumed humans. For the first time. The first time. Yo, after that, I feel like I got taken up by something humongous. And then, yo, man, yo, yes, you ain't know what you're currently in the state of no return right here. You know, I mean, it'd be amazing to actually see how Kaneki gets out of this. I don't remember anything after that. My sense of purpose faded away. My thoughts disappeared. Like I was having a dreamless sleep, leaving only in darkness. Leaving only darkness. What about now? Am I sleeping now? Am I awake? Or am I dead? Yo, that's what I'm saying right now. You know, like, I like the way Kaneki is right now. Like this little sort of like vision or dream that we're seeing right now. I have a feeling like Kaneki's in a state of limbo right now. That's what he's at. You know, he's neither dead nor alive at this given moment in time. Right now, he's just kind of in between. He's in limbo right now, from at least from my perspective. That's just me. That's how it seems like in my personal. But I don't know. I don't know. No, it can't be. This is bad. This can't be happening. Yo, he's sweating though. I have to go back. I have to return. I just want to know the place that he's at. He's like in this like shrine or something. I think he does all the work himself. Oh no, I already read that. Oh, I was buffering. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. Sorry about that. Can't really help. That's YouTube, Google Hangouts. Sorry about that. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. We're on page 13 now. See, this is like okay, on each side that we saw from this shrine that, you know, Kaneki was in, on the left side and the right side, there's obviously these gates that lead towards something. You know, they either lead to the house or they lead to, you know, some other place, you know. So, maybe one side could lead to death, one side could lead to, you know, basically, you know, Kaneki going back, you know, basically in a sense regaining his consciousness, so to speak, I guess, you know, alive. But I don't know. I'm still trying to pinpoint the symbolism here. I'm just making speculations right now. And now he's looking below him. What the fuck? Did he just fall into the? Did he just fall into the ocean or wherever he's at? Did he wait, what? Oh no, okay. So he literally threw himself in there. Okay. So page 14. Okay, he jumped in. He did jump in. Okay. I have to go. I have to go back. Yeah, see these gates are leading him to you know, obviously something that's like back to reality in a sense. And I'm assuming the gates can either mean like, back to, reality, back to his consciousness, back to, basically back to the real world. But then there's also the other backhand of things, the other gates that will lead him to death. I guess I'm assuming that's what's going on here. I have no idea. It's kind of hard to tell. It's deep. It doesn't matter. Yo, this is crazy. Actually, this is crazy. And okay, so you have these. You actually have these eyes in the background, and I'm assuming these are what Kaneki has become. What he has become. So it seems as though like the real Kaneki is trying to break away, from what he is as of right now. But the ocean and, you could see these eyes in the background that kind of make like what Kaneki is now, what he appears to be in Tokyo. It seems like literally everything is just consuming everything in sight to the point to which, the real Kaneki is trying to break out of that and go back to the way things were. But just due to what Kaneki is now, it's literally hard for him to actually like break away from that. So that's what it seems like to me going on here. Splash, splash. Crap. The waves are too strong. And now he is swimming. They're pulling my body. Oh. What's going on? Oh, Yo, these are all the dead people. Yeah. I was I was thinking something along these lines, like just the weight of everyone he has dragged along with him in this sea. It can also resemble that, just the mass amount of corpses that he devoured in Tokyo, to simply protect everyone. And now, yo, that's pretty messed up. Yo. So, yeah. He's literally in the sea of him, jeez. That's crazy, man. Oh, damn. He is screaming as he gasps for air. People. Oh, what was that just now? Tisk, tisk. Where do you think you're going, you murderer? Oh, it's Rize. Why is she here? The person who devoured me? Tokyo Ghoul read. Next chapter. The reason why Rize has shown up here. This is like, in a way, kind of, this is drawing some parallels in a kind of like in an oddly fashion, but there is some parallels here compared to, the previous Tokyo Ghoul series, with Rize appearing to Kaneki right before, he, becomes a ghoul. Or accepts that he is a ghoul in front of Jason and goes all out and whatnot. So we could possibly see something along the lines, of that in these next few chapters of Tokyo Ghoul Re. I guess Kaneki finally coming to terms of himself to what he has become, accepting the fact that he's a murderer now, that he's actually consumed humans, and honestly, but. I mean, in a way, he kind of has already accepted that he, is a murderer and has consumed ghouls and humans a lot. Or, well, yeah, everyone in sight in Tokyo. But I don't know. I don't know. This is a chapter that it's like very simplistic in what it's providing, because not a whole lot went down in this chapter. But from what it seems like is that like this chapter does hold a lot of meaning. And in my personal opinion, like I just said, the whole limbo state that Kaneki is in right now, he's not necessarily alive, he's not necessarily dead right now. He's just kind of in a position where, he has to accept something before, I guess, something happens, or I don't know how to exactly describe it, but you have like a little sanctuary into which, Kaneki is. That's his little resting place, which I guess in a way can be his mind. Now he is trying to run away and get back into reality, past one gate. Now on the other side, there's another gate which symbolizes death, I'm assuming, leading him to his death. And in order to possibly save everyone, he's going to have to come to terms with that. He's probably going to have to die because this is a tragedy series after all. I'm just assuming. Don't take my word for mouth though. You know, I'm just speculating here. But regardless, he wants to return to everyone and get back to the way things were. But because of the fact of who he is and who he has become right now, you know, the C and also the eyes kind of symbolize not only the deaths which happened around Tokyo, but also what Kaneki has become now. You know, the whole dragon thing, the monster Kagane or whatnot. Literally, that himself is pulling him down from getting back to the way things were, in my personal opinion. And now when we see Rize here, this is kind of parallel-ish to part 1 of Tokyo Ghoul. You know, right before Kaneki faced off with Jason, with his hair turning, you know, white and all that stuff. I'm curious. Like, I mean, his hair is white here, so is he gonna like go ahead and, you know, reverse the whole operation? Is his hair gonna turn black now, or something, back to like old Kaneki, or like I don't know. See, there's just a lot of speculations and a lot of questions I have right now, so it's kind of really hard to actually explain what I feel. But that's I mean, I guess the joy out of Tokyo Ghoul read. There's just a lot of, you know, thoughts and a lot of things to garner when it comes to you know, at least this chapter. I mean, Tokyo Ghoul in the series itself is, you know, very thought provoking. But that's at least my thoughts. I'm very curious what Rize is gonna, you know, explain to Kaneki, though. I'm very curious, you know, what's going to go on with that. Let me go ahead and read the chat really quick. Let's see. From the last page, what I'm guessing, spoilers if you haven't read it, is he is experiencing the same thing as the time that he was tortured by Jason. Oh, that's exactly what I just talked about. Yeah, same. I think that's what will happen. Maybe a parallel to that. I mean, she was also there. Yes. But I have the same some theory. Let's see. Yao Manzo. Except that he's a murderer. Yeah, we talked about that. Kaneki needs to accept the fact that he needs to kill someone in order to protect his loved ones. Rize kills. Yeah, and what he remembered is, so honestly, he might come down to the conclusion that he might have to, you know, ultimately sacrifice himself to protect everyone else. So that's why I'm saying, like, we could possibly see that route as well. You know, Kaneki actually, you know, killing himself for the fact to save everyone. You know, because like I said, I've said this numerous times already in like various streams, but you know, this is a tragedy series. You know, I know not a lot of people want to see the death of Kaneki, but that is probably one of the potential endings to the series. It's definitely gonna. It'll be a bittersweet ending, I think. You know, Kaneki sacrifices himself to protect everyone involving around of Tokyo. You know, Toka and his baby live on while the rest of Tokyo lives on, and ghouls and the CCG finally, you know, form some type of peace with each other from working together. You know, something along those lines, I'm assuming, but I really don't know. And Lightning, what's going on? Glad to have you in the stream. Can't you kill? I will kill. This may be his final evolution and finally killing all those that stand in his way in order to achieve his goals and protect those he loves. This may be his final evolution and finally killing. Let's see. Killing all those that stand in his way in order to achieve his goals and to protect what he loves. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree because this will be like, this will be acceptance in some, I don't know, like acceptance. Kaneki accepts who he is now, what he has become, knows what he has to do, and for that, it will eventually lead to the downfall of Kaneki, but in the form of, I don't know. I see, like, I'm just so conflicted of how I feel about this, like, of like, just like what, you know, is to happen. But that's why we're discussing this in the first place. I'm giving my thoughts out. You guys can give me your thoughts, and then we can just kind of expand on the whole, discussion. That's why I do these streams. So, also the water here is the same from the first chapter of Tokyo Ghoul. Okay, when Rize's organs was transferred to him, a panel where Kaneki is in the water, and Rize emerging from the bottom, and made him a ghoul. Rize emerging from the bottom. Well, in this case, if that's the case, we see actually Kaneki emerging from the bottom. So that's actually kind of cool. Actually, if that is the case. In the first chapter of Tokyo Ghoul, I might have to actually go back and look at that. I'm probably not going to do it right now because of the fact that that'll probably mess with the stream a little bit. I don't want to click, all the different links and make this stuff buffer and whatnot. But if that is exactly what happened, it's kind of hard to remember that because that was so long ago. But it's kind of the opposite now if you think about it. That's actually kind of cool that you pointed that out, Links. So, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Rize was a crazy girl who kills a lot of people, Kaneki, from the beginning up to this point. He never wanted to kill anyone, which is true, but there might be more about it. The theory that Kaneki killed his mother. Possibly. I know there's that little theory that has been going on. And, we kind of been seeing Kaneki, kind of like trying to deal with that sort of situation. He feels like guilty in a way. He feels very sad about his past. There's a lot of regret that he has as an individual, it seems, as well. Maybe he hasn't come to terms to accept that he's a murderer. And that's probably why we actually see Rize talk about this here at the last panel. So actually, the theory that Kaneki could have murdered his mother could actually be possibly real. Rize says, "Where do you think you're going, you murderer?" Probably not talking about all the people that, Kaneki has killed while in that form, but also, and come to terms with how he's a murderer towards his own mother. That also could be something that she's referring to. So, or just, people that Kaneki has killed in general. Technically, Kaneki killing all these people within Tokyo was technically not his first, which could have been also his mother. So there could be something along those lines as well. So that's cool that you guys pointed that out. Yeah. So I can agree on that. I can agree with that. Let's see. Ishida wanted to introduce new characters that we still haven't gotten yet. And it's been over a year that they haven't been in the series. They were like Arima's successors from what I read. Excuse me. So Ishida wants to introduce new characters that we still haven't gotten yet, and it's been over a year that they still haven't been in the series. They were like Arima's successors from what I read. Oh, really? It was in the anime too, regardless of how you feel on it. Arima's that they haven't been in the series yet? Really? Oh, that's interesting. The symbolism and sinking feeling of despair was spectacular in this chapter, in my opinion. I agree. The whole weighting Kaneki down, I did like that as well. I did like that. He's afraid of killing people, and now he will accept Rize, the killer. He will come to terms with, that he is, in many ways, just like Rize. So there is that. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to this chapter, there's really not. Well, there is a whole lot to talk about. We actually talked about this for some time. We've been streaming for 30 minutes. That this chapter was actually relatively short, but it did hold a lot of symbolism. It kind of reminded me of the chapter of like when Token and Kaneki first got it on. You know what I'm saying? It was a very simplistic chapter, but in terms of the symbolism that had within it, it was very interesting. And here it's just kind of like a very simple chapter. We're simply diving into the mind of Kaneki at this given moment in time. There's not a whole lot of dialogue that has popped up. It's just, Kaneki sinking, into despair to what he has become. And now he's finally going to have to come to terms to accept on who he is as an individual now. And he has to realize certain things if he wants to, keep things the way they are. So, I mean, yeah, just seeing Kaneki, basically jump out of, the little hut that he is in, so to speak, trying to go back into, reality, so to speak. But then you also have like his inner demons, so to speak, grabbing him down, pulling him under, and so to speak. I like how they did that, So, yeah, I really like how they did that. And then Rize appears. So, yeah, and next chapter, we're going to see, what exactly Rize says to Kaneki. But it's definitely going to be something along the lines of, like, kind of like what happened in part 1, where Kaneki first fought it off with Jason, right before he fought it off with Jason. So, I'm very curious. Because whenever it seems like Kaneki is at his lowest to the low, Rize pops up. Back where everything all started, so to speak, So I'm curious. This is definitely, it seems like, the final arc into Kaneki's story from what it seems like. We still definitely have a few more chapters to go. Tokyo Ghoul Re, we haven't got the confirmation of how many chapters are left, but I mean, in terms of how this arc is playing out, this definitely seems like it will be the finale of Tokyo Ghoul Re, and ultimately, possibly even the downfall of Kaneki. So there is that. Really quick though, acts of tragedy. Let's see. Hold on, give me a minute. How many? Okay. Now, if I look on Google, and type in how many acts of tragedy, like within like a book, right? There are at least 5 parts apparently to a drama that is considered into a tragedy. Some refer to as a dramatic arc. We have the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and then the denouement, which basically means, what does denouement mean? The final part of the play, a movie or a narrative in which the strands of the plot are drawn together and matters are explained or resolved. Okay, so basically the ending, so to speak. So I would say we're on the falling action right now regarding the series of Tokyo Ghoul Re right now. We're definitely in the falling action point. We're not at the ending of Tokyo Ghoul because that is going to be left for the last few chapters, but this is definitely the falling action of our hero of the story. This is where the tragedy transpires. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Let's see. Oh, yo, what's going on, King of Els? Thank you for linking me the chapter, buddy. Thanks a lot. You're in class. I'm sorry, man. It's good that you're here, though. It's good that you're here. Let's see. Gintama Shogun Assassination arc was crazy. You got to prepare yourself for it. I'm on, episode 222 of Gintama right now. I just, watched the Jugen, first episode of Jugen, or Jumen. Whatever, the monkey chapter. That one. With Kyubey. So that's where I'm at right now. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see how the CCG and Hide react to Kaneki when he gets out. It'll be interesting to see how the CCG and Hide react to Kaneki. If he does, in fact, get out, though. Who knows? Kaneki might not even get out. So we'll see. If this is indeed a parallel to the Jason part, his first change, and now it is his final change. This will be his final change, yes. As soon as I leave class, the stream starts to die. Maybe this Ishida art of Kaneki with the Kagane eyes covering his body is his final form. So maybe the Ishida part of Kaneki with the Kagane eyes covering his body is his final form. That could be. Rize is the one Kaneki Rize is the one Kaneki probably is thankful of, ironically. Maybe. I mean, it is kind of ironic how, we actually see Rize appear, in the beginning of Tokyo Ghoul, how she technically made Kaneki into a human, a ghoul in the first place, and then how, she appeared, You know, when Kaneki was at his lowest of the low. And that's where we saw the shift of Tokyo Ghoul in the first place, when Kaneki, you know, was facing it off, or before he faced off with Jason, Rize appeared. And now a similar situation, you know, where Kaneki is right here by the lowest, which is literally, you know, symbolizing at the downfall of Kaneki, like legitimately. Rize pops up yet again. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to the faithful adaptation of the anime of TG Reed. The faithful adaptation of the anime? I don't know if it'll be faithful, but Rize equals first date goals. You saw him, it won't be completely faithful. Let's hope it's just good enough and makes us forget about Rude. At least that. But yeah, but at the same time, in a way, it's still going to be a sequel. But anyway, I don't know how we can forget about that, though. That's the problem. Excuse me. Get Out starring Kaneki Ken. I mean, Kaneki gonna freak out when he finds, or when he finds out that he lost a civilian outside. I'm guessing Rize gonna tell her that next chapter. That is also what he could tell, but it could also possibly lead into that theory that everyone's talking about, that Kaneki killed his mother, so we could possibly see that as well. Kaneki isn't Kaneki right now. His mind is not at the center of his control. It is the red child cells. Well, yeah, definitely. He's. It seems as though he's, you know, unconscious from all this, and he obviously cannot control himself just due to the state that he is in, regarding the whole dragon sort of evolutions thing that he is right now. But that's why we see him in this chapter, just kind of like running away from his inner demon, so to speak. If Kaneki doesn't get out, then what's the point of the dragon again? Rize has always been strong to Kaneki, hasn't she? Oh, yeah. Rize is just a figment of Kaneki's imagination, so she shouldn't show either. I mean, I guess. The figment of... I mean, in this case right now, yes. In this case right now, just due to, you know, the kind of like state that Kaneki is in right now with this chapter, this is definitely a figment of Kaneki's imagination. He is seeing Rize within, you know, his mind. So yes, that I can agree on. But yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's anything else much to discuss, though. I think I basically, you know, hit the nail on the head with everything I wanted to talk about. And we discussed this chapter in quite detail, too, as well. So, yeah, is there anything lastly you guys want to say before I head out of here? Or you guys just want me to end it right now? Like, go ahead, throw in your, like, questions or, you know, what you guys want to say, and I'll try my very best to answer them before I head on out of here. Kaneki's next evolution is a demon. I'm thinking weird things. I mean, we don't know. We really don't know. We really don't know. I mean, Kaneki's next evolution is accepting who he is as an individual. That's all I'm gonna say. Jalen loves lollies. Ooh, jeez. Also, apparently it is said that the end of Shrine Gates, you will meet God, equals Kaneki accepts Rize to evolve for the final form of a god or dragon. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense with the whole shrines. That makes sense. That makes sense. That kind of makes sense. Kaneki, I mean, my wording that I, you know, kind of been saying in this whole, you know, stream is, you know, Kaneki's finally accepting who he is. So yeah, so maybe we probably will see the last, you know, evolution, so to speak, of Kaneki in the next couple chapters. So I can agree on that. Let us pray for the Tokyo Ghoul anime. There, I prayed. Okay. Maybe the building is symbolism. I think, well, the building itself, I mean, it could be in a way kind of like a peace of mind of Kaneki, or just like the nucleus, if you will, of Kaneki's mind. It could be, you know, kind of like a metaphor towards that. symbolizing, you know, Kaneki's like state. I don't know how to describe it. Like, how do I describe it? I'm so bad with doing these things on camera. I really am. Like, I have to write down my points. But the building itself, the little hut that we see or whatnot, and Kaneki in there is kind of like just his, I guess, like a sort of peace ground for him in a way. And then where we see, you know, the gates in between life or death, you know, we see Kaneki trying to reach back into the light, so to speak, but is overcome with the darkness that he has faced and also just who he is as an individual. You know, these people are pulling him down, and then eventually he gets back up. But I don't know. It's really hard to describe. See, like these like I would have to really describe this in detail by making like just like a thought video, a discussion type video on it. Like doing this on stream, I'm like put on the spot, so I don't. So it's like I'm just speculating. That's all I'm really doing. But y'all made it to the stream, Anime Ninja. Yo, what's going on? How you doing? We're about to end this, though. I apologize for that. We kind of already been streaming for 45 minutes of the chapter, but thank you for joining nonetheless. The stream ended, fam. Yes, sadly. Do you have any ideas what would happen if the red child cells awaken and become aware, except dragon? I really have no idea, Usama. I really have no idea. I really have no idea. I don't know how to answer that question. Do you have any ideas of what would happen if the red child cells awaken and become aware? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Take over Kaneki, if you will. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just speculating. This. It's kind of hard to actually, you know, come up with things. You know, if I don't write them down and know what I want to talk about, then it's just like, I'm not sure. But I mean, you know what? Who could probably answer that question for you? GB. I mean, GB, like he loves Tokyo Ghoul. Loves Tokyo Ghoul. He probably researches it. You know. I mean, I love Tokyo Ghoul myself, but I mean, I'm not the most, you know, knowledgeable person regarding Tokyo Ghoul and everything it contains. You know, there's definitely a lot more people who, you know, know much more about the lore and everything else in the series than I do. But all I can really do is speculate and just hopefully make entertaining streams for all of you and stuff. So I'm just hyped for the next chapter. It's been a while since we saw Kaneki and we got Rize at the end. That's what I'm excited for. That's what I'm excited for. I really want to see what Rize is going to mention to Kaneki and how she's going to convince, you know, him to accept things the way things are and change Kaneki one last time, so to speak. But I have a feeling this is definitely going to be the final action of Kaneki, the downfall. That we probably won't be seeing any more Kaneki relatively soon. I mean, we'll probably see him vaguely in the chapters after these couple chapters, but I'm talking about like in terms of like if he's actually going to appear in Tokyo Ghoul anymore in the series. Like he'll probably vaguely appear, but he won't be the center character because probably most likely Kaneki will in fact die. That's at least my personal thoughts on it. Tokyo Ghoul has to end with a bittersweet ending. That's how I think it should end. But that's just personal preference. That's just my personal opinion. But we'll just wait to see what happens. I mean, we really don't know what to expect, you know? So, yeah. But I'm going to end the stream off here, guys. I think we talked for quite a while, actually. 45 minutes. Yeah, it's about to hit 45 minutes. So, yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this chapter in the comments down below. What are your speculations for the next chapter? I really enjoyed this chapter, despite the fact that it was very, you know, simplistic in what it wanted to show us. You know, it did have a lot of meaning and some symbolism towards other things that we have seen from Kaneki. So, and also Rize appearing is definitely something to look forward to. So, no, when are you going to play Doki Doki? I have no idea, my boy. I have no idea. I should try to play it eventually. Probably this week. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens though. It really just depends. It really just depends, guys. But I do want recommendations for other videos you guys would like to see. So I remember putting out on my Twitter feed what discussion type videos would you guys like to see in the future. Definitely go to my Twitter and comment down what you guys would like to see regarding those, because I really want to see what videos you would all like to see in the future of just like anything in general. I mean, whether you want me to talk about, I mean, Usama, I think, talked about like some Gintama stuff that I could talk about. Kind of like analyze certain characters. I think that's what Usama was getting at. But yeah, just go to that link. Let me know what you guys want to see on my Twitter. What you guys would like to see, regarding future videos of the channel. Because I'm just trying to do different things. I'm still doing reviews and reactions here and there, but it's just not as much because I want to focus on other stuff as well. I'm just changing the channel just slightly, not a whole lot, just slightly, because I just want to try out different things and see how they work. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys would like to see, and also just let me know your overall thoughts on what you guys thought about this chapter of Tokyo Ghoul Re. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it as well. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna head on out of here now. It is now 2:18. Oh God, it's almost 2:20 actually. I have to get ready for work. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.